Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. My bad, give me a second. Hope everyone's doing alright. I'm doing pretty fine, chilling, going about my day nice and lovely, you know how it is. Today we're gonna be playing more Greedier to get the remaining unlocks that we need for every character. Cause, you know, we need to do that. I need to get some W's going in, you know. Hope everyone's chilling, you know. Hope everyone's just enjoying their day nice and lovely. I've been enjoying mine so far, you know, just kind of chilling or whatever. Browsing a little bit of your local Instagram and such. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like recently I've definitely been not anti-social media, but I've been trying my best, you know. I've been trying my best to keep myself off of it kind of as much as I think it should be good, you know. I don't want to, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, I don't want to be addicted to that, so I've been trying to cut myself off from it, you know, do some other things in life and such. It's been going good so far, but, not to say but as in like a bad thing. Today, I decided, you know what? It's been a minute, let me do some doom scrolling a little bit. Let me browse the Instagram, see what's up. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have seen some things maybe Instagram should hide from the normal individual. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know what in the hell I have summoned, I have conjured, I have managed to get myself into, but in these past couple hours, I'm gonna be honest, just however long I've been looking at the Instagram, I have been getting a lot of posts that, let's just say, would be of a concerning nature regarding, you know, individuals or whatever. You feel me? Like, I'm getting posts about people that maybe should not have access to a firearm. You know what I'm like that kind of deal. You might be picking up what I'm putting down, mayhaps. If not, for lack of a better term, I have been on the part of Instagram that is known as schizogram. Everyone in the comment calls it that. That's all I see. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what happened. All I remember is I saw a post that was obviously made by someone who, like I said, should not have access to a registered or unregistered firearm. And I saw it, I checked the comments, and I thought, this is crazy. And then I scrolled. And then 5 scrolls later, I got another one. I got another like crazy one. I'm like, okay, interesting. Let me check the comments. Let me see the content of the video. Yeah, this is a little insane. And then at that point, I was cooked. I think I had watched like 2 or 3 too many insane Instagram posts, and I have now cooked my feed beyond all repair. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, brother, it's all I have been seeing. I will scroll down and get 5 insane people back to back, you know? I got this one video. It was talking about how the Pope is opening up 5 portals. I had to cough. The Pope is opening up 5 portals, and those 5 portals being opened are in the shape of the sigil of Lucifer. But like, he's opening these portals not to like summon demons on Earth or whatever. It's actually correlates to the 5 senses of the human, and he's actually trying to open up our minds to I don't know, but like, you hear what I'm talking about, right? And you kind of think, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm gonna be real, that's my exact thought process. Is I see these videos and I just think, what the hell are you talking about? Now maybe I'm gonna say, is there maybe some sort of like ethical dilemma in looking at and maybe being slightly entertained at people who are obviously not mentally well on Instagram and being like, huh, that's crazy? A little bit, yeah, I'm gonna be real. I feel kind of bad about it, but it's kind of like a train crash where it's like you feel horrible, but there's just some morbid curiosity keeping you looking. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's got a grip on me hard. it's got quite the grip on my soul right now. In that I feel like I can't look away. Regardless. And unfortunate because like my feed is now done for, you know what I mean? I have browsed too many of these videos. So now Instagram only wants to serve me these videos. But I definitely should not be getting these videos. That's the issue. You know? Just Instagram is such a wonderful, absolutely insane place where you get to see people go on about absolutely insane stuff like vehicle crashes and people that maybe should not have access to social media, for better or for worse, you know? It's a real interesting place, I guess is all I'm trying to say. You feel me? It's a real interesting place. And that's honestly, that's kind of all I really got to say about it. Other than I'm just baffled, you know? Other than that, I'm just baffled at what I see. Because, I don't know, you log on to Instagram, you expect to see some funny videos. You don't expect to see people talking about how, like, the world is fake and the reptilians and you know, such. You might think I'm joking. You might be thinking, Tony, you're just spreading, like, some random misinformation. No, I'm being for real. I have seen posts talking about like reptilians or whatever. I literally wrote one down. It was the Pope one. I wrote the Pope one down because it was so insane. I was like, I have to share this with my friends later. Cause like, what are we doing? You know? Let me see if I can remember another one. I'm trying to remember while I'm also trying not to die in Isaac right now. Luckily we're playing Kain though. I think I've mentioned this before. Like, Bone Lord is one of my favorite characters. Keeper's one of my favorite characters. I think Kain is just solid overall. Kain is like, you play Kain, you're in for a good time. Kain is just a good character. Like, just off rip, just a good character. Now, the question is, do we pop our prayer card? Maybe. On the hopes we mayhaps get a double deal. If we got prayer card, we have free access to double deals, essentially. I hate this. I hate this. I don't do enough damage. Okay. I am realizing now, yeah, we're gonna need a damage ramp up or something. Because what we have is not it at the moment. Alright. Whew, okay. What was... Oh my god. Oh my god, I remember. Okay, I'm sorry for laughing, but once again, I remembered it. I saw a post on Instagram recently, alright? There was another one, and it was about this, like, it was this guy who was just uploading on Instagram, and he was talking about how he's got, like, a meeting for his kids or whatever for like their custody or something, and he's gonna like live stream the trial or whatever on the date of the court. It was like April 15th or some shit, and it's just like, what, you know, man, I can't help but look at it and be like, my guy, what are you doing? You should not live stream your children's custody battle, you know? Like, that don't seem, what's the ethical dilemma here, you know? What's the ethics of this? It can't be good, right? It can't be. It has to be bad. And I remember being like, one, you know, in my mind I'm thinking like, okay, maybe you shouldn't do that, but like, I don't think this guy's necessarily like the horrible human being or whatever, you know? And then I proceeded to like check his posts, and he you know, it's that kind of Instagram where like you got people in the comments being like, get this man an unregistered firearm, you know? Like people obviously know this man is mentally unwell, so they're just adding fuel to the flame of call out. And I'm just like, okay, all right, I think I see the issue here, you know? A part of me, not gonna lie, I'm like, I think I understand where we lean on this scenario, I guess. Now, I do want to take Beelzebub, or Jar of Flies, because it could potentially pay out more. Yes, it will pay out more. I'm pretty sure. I think. Someone quote me on that. Oh, I fly. Hold on, I fly. I forgot I can do this. Man, I don't want that. Maybe I want you, actually. Can I get one more charge out of you? No, I don't think so. I think I'm done for. Oh well, I'll just take it, actually. I did want the other thing at first, but this is too good of an item to give up. It's just free extra, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's just free extra health, you know? Why not? But geez, you know, man, I just see Instagram sometimes. I look at Instagram sometimes, and a part of me just kind of wonders, like, why? What goes on over there? You know, what's happening? What's happening to my peeps on IG, where we got dudes talking about streaming their, you know, their custody battle for their kids or whatever. And then there was this one that I saw, like, it was a lady like out in the woods just kind of screaming, and I was like, man, what happens here? You know? It's some real interesting stuff, I guess, is like what I'm trying to say. I got no other way to describe it, man. Instagram is a damn insane place. I guess that's really the meaning. Social media is just crazy. I don't think I've necessarily seen, no, I have actually, thinking about it. My friend literally just sends me those. I'm not even joking. I got a friend of mine, shout out Dylan. He just sends me what is either A, insane people, or insanely cringy people on TikTok, you know? Like those kind of posts where you look at it and like it hurts you on a spiritual level to watch. You're thinking like, I shouldn't be seeing this, you know? That kind of stuff. Were y'all ever cringe back in your day? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think a part of me was cringe. I think mainly middle school. Middle school Tony, I think, was a little bit of a cringe lord. And dare I say, I think maybe around early high school era Tony was also a bit cringy in the sense of, I don't know, maybe like how I viewed life or whatever. Definitely senior and junior year Tony, though, I became a whole different human being. Essentially. That's what it feels like, at least to me. Because I just became a whole different, like, guy. I didn't find the same things funny anymore, you know, I matured or whatever, grew up. You would call it, although I do laugh at some of the same stupid shit that I used to laugh at back in the day. I don't know, I don't want to say my comedy's like developed or whatever, you feel me? That it sounds like really, what's the word I'm thinking of? Snobby. But not only that too, it's like maybe just kind of like factually not true. Cause I'd be laughing at some stupid shit, you know. I laughed at some stupid shit when I was younger. I still do laugh at a lot of really dumb, funny stuff now. In my age, in my old age, in my unk status, one might say. You know? I hear about World War III, what's up with that? Nah, I shan't speak on such, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not debatable, because there's definitely nothing debatable about what the fuck's going on in our country right now. More so like, what's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point? That's something you just like talk to your friends about and be like, damn, USA is kind of cooked right now, huh? And just be like, yep. Like, yep, you know? Yep. Mm-hmm. King of the Hill. Just thinking about it. I hit the I thought Boomhauer. I hear, I don't even know, actually. I haven't kept up with it much. I used to be a huge King of the Hill fan. Because I remember when I was younger, I was like meant to go to bed, you know, kind of early, like 9 around. But the way that our old house was, I kind of had like a room in like the back, like the yonder back. So my parents had to get up out of bed and like, I guess, slightly leave the house if they ever wanted to check up on me in the room there. So what I would do is like, I'm gonna be real with y'all, I would stay up kind of mad late a lot of the time. I actively remember staying up until like 2 or 3 a.m. almost every single school night. You know, it's kind of got me curious sometimes. I think about it every once in a while, where part of me thinks, now that I'm a little bit more conscious on my health and my life and stuff, a part of me kind of wonders, what damage have I done? Like, is the damage irreparable? Because obviously during those years of development, you should be getting enough sleep and stuff, so you as a human and your body and mind can be, like, you know, they can grow so you can be like a real functioning human, a member of society. I wonder, a part of me wonders sometimes, did I cook myself at all? Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I don't know. You know, that's the curious part, is that I don't know. Did I did not buy you at all. I literally didn't even go near you, bro. What? Sai Bao wilted flower emoji or something? My bad. A part of me does wonder sometimes, you know, I'm gonna be real. A part of me does wonder sometimes, what did I do? How badly did I, for lack of a better term, how badly did I fuck it up? Might be thinking, Tony, what did you fuck my life, you know? How cooked am I, bro? How cooked mentally, like physically? What irreparable damage have I done to me, myself?
Soul of Isaac.
I should have diploed. Oh, wait, I did Diplo. I'm stupid. What is he talking about? Never mind. Honestly, let's go Spelunker's hat. There's no need not to, I guess. But yeah, I guess a part of me is just like, I guess, slightly curious. How did I cook myself not sleeping and getting a proper sleep schedule when I was younger or whatever? But besides that, though, I'm avid against what I'm speaking on right now. There was something I wanted to talk about, King of the Hill. So, essentially, due to the fact that my parents like to check up on me if I was still sleeping or whatever, I couldn't necessarily make as much noise as I wanted, but it's not like I was a loud kid or whatever, you know what I mean? So for the most part, I kind of did stay up a little bit late, either on my phone looking at shit or just playing games or whatever, you know? And what I would do, hold up, he's cooking, question mark? Okay, my bad, I got caught off guard. Essentially is, I would just be watching King of the Hill or Cartoon Network, and then it went into Adult Swim. And I remember when it went into Adult Swim, it would be King of the Hill that was always on first. I never really watched it like that, at least not until I got a little older. But when I was younger, I didn't really care about King of the Hill, you know? I wanted to see like Family Guy, American Dad, the funny shows that cursed all the time. And then I remember one time I decided, fuck it, you know, ain't nothing on, let me watch some King of the Hill, let me see what's up. It's the only thing on right now. I remember watching it, and I specifically remember what episode that I watched that I got telefragged. Fuck this stupid game. I specifically remember what episode I watched that had me like, hold on, King of the Hill, his writing is his fire, question mark. It was the episode where Dale has to go into the Megalomart to, what's it called? Well, he doesn't have to, but Dale goes to the Megalomart in order to try and rid it of like its rodent quote unquote problem, which it did, you know, then just turns out it was just some I think some of the some of the workers there just being an issue, you know, they were just being dickheads or whatever. I don't recall. I don't necessarily super duper recall. But what I do remember though was just that. I remember that. Watching that episode and being like, hold on. I'm kind of fucking with the show, you know? You know what I mean? I remember watching it, bro, and just being like, wait a minute, this episode's writing is kind of fire, you know? The stuff that they had, the stuff they had Dale doing, how there was, I forgot what that fucker's name was, but like the Megalomart had it had like a mascot guy or whatever, and like he released his own records. I forgot his name, man. I just remember like he was hiding in the store because they constantly have bro going around every Megalomart grand opening, so he's like, I don't want to do this no more. So he just hid in the store, like in the aisles, living off the land, aka like the, you know, the supermarket. I just thought like this shit is kind of funny. I kind of like this. And then there was the other episode where I think went to go visit Hank's, I think it was his Japanese like half brother or whatever, and they stayed in the like the entrance or whatever of the actual room itself for their entire trip instead of the like real room that they got, or like the house hotel whatever they got. And I was like, that's funny, you know? There's a lot about King of the Hill that now, looking back on it, you know, I'm not just a dumb kid who's, the whole funny point of like the other shows is like they curse a lot, and that I actually saw King of the Hill and I was like, man, this show is peak. This show's good. And then I heard it got a remake, or not a remake, but you know, it's got like a new season or whatever, a new show, a new King of the Hill show. And I'm gonna be real, this goes back to like an older Tony rant or whatever. But I remember seeing people, you know, me and my friends talking about it. I don't think any of us have seen it or like have any interest really to see it or whatever. But I remember my friends saw a post that was like talking about like, man, I wish they don't make the new King of the Hill woke or whatever. And it's like, my brother, did you not watch the OG show? You know what I mean? Did we watch the same King of the Hill originally? I need to know, because a part of me just don't believe it to some degree. You know, you guys ever have that sometimes? You guys ever see media literacy, whatever, you know, haha, funny, what's the word I'm thinking of? Buzzword or whatever. But I'm not even joking. This is something that I've seen maybe a little bit too much in recent memory. You ever see a human, a post on the internet that is so media illiterate, or like it's just so illiterate on the media it's talking about, that you just kind of get baffled, you know what I mean? You're just like, what? I hope this is a satire post that I saw, because otherwise, you know, I'd rather have gotten out jerked and mad at a rage bait post than wish this was a real post. But it was a post on how Metal Gear Solid 4 all these years later looks so good, and some dude in the comment was like, and it's also no politics in the game, you know? And it's like, my brother in Christ, we obviously didn't play the same game, you know? Metal Gear Solid fans be like, oh, I can't wait to play the game for the first time, like, or oh my god, these green mode runs get me fucking like, oh, whatever. Anyways, we beat it. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, I greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on the time you're viewing this. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.